I Have This Old Gun is brought to you by Sturm Ruger.
I'm Gary James.
Hi, I'm Brad Maxfield.
Good to meet you. Well, this is really a spectacular little piece. I love Kentuckys anyway. Got a couple myself, but they aren't quite this small. So
this is a very, very short long rifle.
It is indeed.
This is a 1/3 scale American long rifle, and it's a transitional style. So it's one of the earlier styles as the long rifle was transitioning from the Germanic Jaegers to the true American long rifle style. It's got a swamped barrel, a slightly fuller buttstock, and a European style lock.
Absolutely. Boy, this is just lovely. It's interesting, you know, it's when you see these miniatures, I would think one of the most difficult things would be to get proper wood grain that's in the scale of the gun.
And this is a nice piece of curly maple with a extremely tight curl. Now the nice thing when you're looking for a stock for a 1/3 scale long rifle, at least you only have to find a piece that's this long rather than a 5-foot piece of wood for a full-size rifle. But yes, they do an excellent job of matching the grain to the scale of the guns.
Now who's the maker on this one?
This is made by a guy, George Neves, who was making rifles about 15 to 20 years ago. He was a fairly prolific maker and tended to work only in American long rifles and pistols.
Boy, they're just exquisite. Just lovely. And I'm sure this is fully functional. Is it okay if I cock it?
Sure.
Do we have to set the trigger? No, there we are. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm not going to snap it, but isn't that lovely? Very nice. So does the patch box really work?
Patch box has its own spring.
That sure does.
And a working hinge.
Look at that. That's great.
And miniatures really take a lot of the talents that full-scale gunsmiths have and really take them to a new level with the decorative arts. The degree of engraving, the metal work, they have to make their own locks, obviously.
Right.
And they have to be able to do the metallurgy to temper and anneal the springs, do the metal work, browning, bluing, plus the wood carving and the engraving, all in miniature, really.
Now, I didn't look. Is the barrel rifled?
The barrel is rifled.
Oh, that's great.
And
wouldn't be a long rifle if it wasn't.
Some miniaturists take things to the absolute extreme where they will scale their rifling depending on what gun they're working on so that it is exactly accurate to the full-size models.
That's amazing. What does a gun like this sell for?
A long rifle from contemporary makers usually runs in the $4,000 to $6,000 range.
Interesting. Is this one of the more popular genres of miniatures?
Actually, there really are not a whole lot of makers who have worked in the flintlock and American long rifle style.
Interesting.
There have probably only been about 4 over the last 20 years.
Well, you
that
think
have
they'd
produced.
just be naturals for miniaturization. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely. Well, you know, Kentucky rifles themselves they're more folk art than firearms now anyway. They're just absolutely exquisite. Well, this is just wonderful. Thank you very much for bringing it in.
Thank you.